I would quote the prophet Isaiah, to the law and to the testimony. I would say, let's have a Bible study. So that's always going to be my answer. Let's crack open our Bible.
In 500 years, have Protestants just not had a Bible study to solve this?
We've had lots of Bible studies.
And it didn't solve it.
That's really good rhetorically, because you ask, how do I know your view is the correct one? And he says, well, let's have a Bible study, which is a very pastorly thing to say. It's the kind of thing I would expect a Protestant pastor who thinks concretely rather than abstractly to say. And that really, really nicely rhetorically makes the point that this system doesn't work.
It's one of those things where I hear people talk as if Sola Scriptura is just going to work next time. Like, give it a little more time, give it another year, another century, another millennia, whatever, and a millennium. And then eventually Protestants are all going to agree on at least the core doctrines. And there's so much evidence that that is never going to happen, both on the individual level. I use the example of Gavin Ortland and Doug Wilson, two men that I respect, two men who I think are very intentional, smart, devout, and are trying to use a sophisticated version of Tradition 1 Sola Scriptura, who have moved in absolutely opposite directions on the concrete question of infant baptism. And the Westminster Confession says it's sinful not to baptize your baby. I believe Gavin got rebaptized as an adult when he changed his views on baptism. And so even Doug's point, like, we all accept, Catholic baptism, it's actually not even true. So this is a very concrete case where this is a question of a first-tier issue baptism, and a question where there is or isn't sin involved, because in Doug's own church, they removed that part of the Westminster Confession. They have a list of exceptions. So if you're looking at the individual perspective, it doesn't seem like these two men or these two congregations are going to ever agree. If you look at it like more broadly for 500 years, have Protestants writ large been able to have a Bible study that resolved the issues? At a certain point, I think Protestants need to just own this does not work and cannot work if we want to be united in the truth. And you can blame Catholics, you can blame tradition, you can blame ambiguity in Catholic teaching or traditions or a pope or whatever you want to do. You can do all that stuff that's irrelevant to the question. Can Sola Scriptura produce unity in the truth among its devout practitioners? We have 500 years of evidence clearly showing the answer to that is no, on big issues.